Hi kid and welcome to this spooky KidTime StoryTime. I did not request this book. Oh, Maleficent, no, of course you didn't request this book. Ooh. And you didn't request this book either? Ooh. 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 Scaredy cat ghost. Anyway, don't think that just because it's supposed to be a nightmarish book, that I would request it because I always know how these things go. Oh, do you? Yes, it's supposed to be a nightmare, then it turns out to be all rainbows and puppies and unicorns and things like that. Blah, blah, blah. But I know that whoever might have requested this book was probably one of you. Are you talking to the kids? Yes, one of you pesky little kids who watch KidTime StoryTime and make special requests and then probably, the worst of all. What? The times that they say, oh, why can't Maleficent be nice? Why can't you make her behave? Blah, blah, blah. What are you doing reading the comments? I'm not. Sounds like you are. I'm not. I might have just accidentally happened to walk by the computer one day when you were not there. I've got to go. Oh, something makes me think that she's the one who requested this. I did not. But are you going to read it or what? Yeah, I was just about to. Okay, get started. Oh, I'm thinking that maybe she's the one who requested this. But regardless of whether she did or not, let's read The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. The one based on the movie by Tim Burton. In fact, he wrote the book version and drew the pictures, so everything will look quite familiar. Oh, Maleficent, did you notice that this looks like this would be a good place for you to hang out? Oh, let me look. Oh yes, this is a fabulous backdrop. But I mean, I don't like books, so I'm leaving now. Are you reading? Yeah, I'm about to read. Okay, because I don't care. Okay. But funny, she doesn't seem to be very far away for somebody who doesn't care. It was late one fall in Halloweenland, and the air had quite a chill. Against the moon, a skeleton sat alone upon a hill. He was tall and thin with a bat bow tie. Jack Skellington was his name. He was tired and bored in Halloweenland. Everything was always the same. I'm sick of the scaring, the terror, the fright. I'm sick of being something that goes bump in the night. I'm bored with leering my horrible glances, and my feet hurt from dancing those skeleton dances. I don't like graveyards, and I need something new. There must be more to life than just yelling, boo. Oh, seems like our boy is having a middle-aged existential crisis. It's okay. It happens to humans and skeletons alike, I guess. Then out from the grave with a curl and a twist came a whimpering, whining, spectral mist. It was a little ghost dog with a faint little bark and a jack-o'-lantern nose that glowed in the dark. Woo, woo. It was Jack's dog Zero, the best friend he had, but Jack hardly noticed, which made Zero sad. Well, yeah, of course it would make me sad. Oh, you've heard of Hello Kitty? This is a tune to Goodbye, Kitty. Ooh. All that night and through the next day, Jack wandered and walked. He was filled with dismay. Oh, and look at that. The sun, the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern glowing in the sky over the hill, dotted with fresh pumpkins. Wow, they must have pumpkin spice lattes all year. Then deep in the forest, just before night, Jack came upon an amazing sight. Not 20 feet from the spot where he stood were 3 massive doorways carved in wood. He stood before them completely in awe, his gaze transfixed by one special door. Entranced and excited with a slight sense of worry, Jack opened the door to a white, windy flurry. Well, not that kind of white windy flurry, but good. Whoa, he's going down this hole, a black hole, but really more like a blue hole. Where will he land? I'm going to close up. I'm going to close up because these pictures are too good to miss. Jack didn't know it, but he'd fallen down in the middle of a place called Christmas Town. Immersed in the light, Jack was no longer haunted. He had finally found the feeling he wanted. And so that his friends wouldn't think him a liar, he took the present-filled stocking that hung by the fire. Of course, it's like evidence. Exhibit A, if you will. He took candy and toys that were stacked on the shelves and a picture of Santa with all of his elves. He took lights and ornaments and the star from the tree. And from the Christmas Town sign, he took the big C. So now it's Christmas Town? Christmas Town? Not cool, Jack. You're being a little grinchy right now, I'm going to say. He picked up everything that sparkled or glowed. He even picked up a handful of snow. He grabbed it all and without being seen, he took it all back to Halloween. Back in Halloween, a group of Jack's peers stared in amazement at his Christmas souvenirs. What is it? I'm scared. It's horrible. I think I'm going to be sick. For this wondrous vision, none were prepared. Most were excited, though a few were quite scared. For the next few days, while it lightened and thundered, Jack sat alone and obsessively wondered. Look at that. He's obsessing. You could tell because he has his long skeletal fingers wrapped around his round skeletal head. Why is it they get to spread laughter and cheer while we stalk the graveyards, spreading panic and fear? Well, I could be Santa and I could spread cheer. Why does he get to do it year after year? Outraged by injustice, Jack thought, and he thought. Then he got an idea. Yes. Why not? Oh, this is the part where everything starts to become chaos. In Christmas Town, Santa was making some toys when through the din he heard a soft noise. He answered the door, ho, 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 and to his surprise, he saw weird little creatures in strange disguise. They were altogether ugly and rather petite. As they opened their sacks, they yelled, "Trick or treat!" Then a confused Santa was shoved in a sack and taken to Halloween to see Mastermind Jack. It's a Santa napping. Oh no, Christmas is in serious jeopardy, people! In Halloween, everyone gathered at once, for they'd never seen a Santa. Gathered once more, for they'd never seen a Santa before. Poor Santa. He has looked better. That was probably a rough ride in that sack. Just as they cautiously gazed at this strange old man, Jack related to Santa his masterful plan. Oh, so he thinks they're going to be partners. My dear Mr. Claus, I think it's a crime that you've got to be Santa all of the time. But now I will give presents and I will spread cheer. We're changing places. I'm Santa this year. It is I who will say Merry Christmas to you. So you may lie in my coffin, creak doors, and yell boo. And please, Mr. Claus, don't think ill of my plan, for I'll do the best Santa job that I can. And though Jack and his friends thought they'd do a good job, their idea of Christmas was still quite macabre. Oh, fancy word that he's using for a book for kids. He wants you to look it up. It sort of means macabre means dark and evil and scary and creepy, which is not really the kind of word you associate with Christmas now, is it? Well, they were packed up and ready on Christmas Eve day. Oh, look at that. When Jack hitched his reindeer to his sleek coffin sleigh, looks like he borrowed probably, I'm going to say, some woven cobweb to make that spectacular beard, because that doesn't just grow, especially on a skeleton's face. But on Christmas Eve, as they were about to begin, a Halloween fog rolled in. Jack said, "We can't leave. This fog's just too thick. There will be no Christmas and I can't be Saint Nick." Then a small glowing light pierced through the fog. Ooh, what could it be? It was Zero, Jack's dog. Jack said, "Zero, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" And to be so needed was Hero's great dream. So he joyously flew to the head of the team, and as the skeletal sleigh started its ghostly flight, Jack cackled, "Merry Christmas to all, and to good night. Oh, there they go, the team of skeletal reindeer and Zero. 'Twas the nightmare before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was peaceful, not even a mouse. The stockings all hung by the chimney with care, when opened that morning would cause quite a scare. The children all nestled so snug in their beds would have nightmares of monsters and skeleton heads. The moon that hung over the new fallen snow cast an eerie pall over the city below, and Santa Claus's laughter now sounded like groans, and the jingling bells like clattering bones. And what to their wondering eyes should appear but a coffin sleigh with skeleton deer, and a skeletal driver so ugly and sick they knew in a moment, this can't be Saint Nick. From house to house, with a true sense of joy, Jack happily issued each present and toy. From rooftop to rooftop he jumped and he skipped, leaving presents that seemed to be straight from a crypt. Unaware that the world was in panic and fear, Jack merrily spread his own brand of cheer. Oh boy. So you see what's going on here? This is their idea in Halloweenland of toys. Whoa, they need better elves. He visited the house of Susie and Dave. Oh, poor Susie and Dave. They got a Gumby and a Pokey from the grave. Then on to the home of little Jane Neiman. She got a baby doll possessed by a demon. Uh-oh. I feel like that's a gift that's gonna keep on giving. A monstrous train with tentacle tracks. Woo, woo. A ghoulish puppet wielding an axe. A man-eating vampire. A man-eating plant disguised as a wreath, and a vampire teddy bear with very sharp teeth. Oh, he doesn't have no, he does not have the Christmas thing down at all. There were screams of terror, but Jack, he's in bliss. Jack didn't hear it. He was much too involved with his own Christmas spirit. Jack finally looked down from his dark, starry frights and saw the commotion, the noise, and the lights. Why, they're celebrating! It looks like such fun. They're thanking me for the good job that I've done. But what he thought were fireworks meant as goodwill were bullets and missiles intended to kill. Then amidst the barrage of artillery fire, Jack urged Zero to go higher and higher, and away they all flew like the storm of a thistle until they were hit by a well-guided missile. And as they fell on the cemetery way out of sight, was heard, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Jack pulled himself up on a large stone cross, and from there he reviewed his incredible loss. "I thought I could be Santa. I had such great belief." Jack was confused and filled with great grief. Not knowing where to turn, he looked to the sky. Then he slumped on the grave, and he started to cry. And as Zero and Jack lay crumpled on the ground, they suddenly heard a familiar sound. What are they hearing? "My dear Jack," said Santa, "I applaud your intent. I know wreaking such havoc was not what you meant, and so you are sad and feeling quite blue. But taking over Christmas was the wrong thing to do. I hope you realize Halloween's the right place for you. There's a lot more, Jack, that I'd like to say, but now I must hurry, for it's almost Christmas Day." Then he jumped in his sleigh, and with a wink of an eye, he said, "Merry Christmas!" And he bid them goodbye. And he's off, the big man, to save Christmas. Back home, Jack was sad, but then, like a dream, Santa brought Christmas to the land of Halloween. Ooh. Oh, you don't know what he was saying, Ghosty? But he was saying that he still remembers that Halloween as one of his favorites because it had a touch of Christmas. And that was the nightmare before. It was terrible. Why was it terrible? Because Santa got out and saved the day again instead of having that horrible Grinchy Christmas. You mean the Christmas without the letter C? Yes. I can really get behind a holiday like that. Merry Christmas. Oh, why do I want cocoa? I wonder if somebody got the Christmas spirit. I do not. Okay, whatever you say, Maleficent. See you next time, kid, on KidTime StoryTime. Woo!